Then I went to U.S. Embassy. Again, I couldn't see the guys. Finally, the third or the fourth day he shows up. I go in the side. I say, here's U.S. dollars. They are real this time. And here's my ticket. He goes, I can't do this. I can't give an underage person. Even if you're 18, you have to be with your parents. I said, well, listen, we made a deal. I'm stuck here. My uncle is in New York. My aunt is there. I cannot live in this country. I'm from Tanzania. We have a political problem over there. We were in the revolution. A lot of my friends, people I know got killed. I'm just not doing anything wrong. Okay, so I'm young.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have all the qualifications.
Yeah.
I have a return ticket, this, that. He gave me tourist visa, unlimited, as long as I want to stay. And here, I flew to New York. I sold the salon. I left some money in the bank. I wrapped everything up. Had experience in the salon business, sold the business, finished the school, gave them the certificates, and I was gone. Never went back to Karachi again. And here I come in New York. I landed at JFK, and I've never seen an airport so big in my life. And then what's the scariest thing when I went to New York? I looked around, I go, oh my God, look at all these white people. I'm scared. Because I came from Africa, you hardly see.
Even Pakistan.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was totally, you know. So then my uncle came to pick me up. And we lived he had an apartment. He was sharing it with his wife and my cousin, his first cousin.
And that was in the Greenwich Village.
Greenwich Village, McDougal Street, Blicker and McDougal Street.
Yeah.
So that's, I ended up over there. And that was a totally different world than Africa and Pakistan and going to, New York and seeing the big buildings.
Oh, yeah. In 1971 or 72, I don't know what day.
Yeah, 71.
71. New York was very different, even
very
from today.
Different. And Greenwich Village was next to Washington Square Park, New York University, and a lot of
a lot of rough neighborhoods too.
Well, they were not rough; they were more like everybody smoked pot. It was a hippie era.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody was happy.
Yeah,
everybody wore bell bottoms, yellow pants, high heel shoes, platform shoes for men. Sonny and Cher were just coming out. I mean, a lot of comedians and a lot of artists were coming out of Greenwich Village.
Yeah, and actually you played chess with one of them.
Yes. Bob Dylan used to be my neighbor, and he would play chess at the Washington Square Park.
Yep.
And he taught me how to play chess. I did not even know who Bob Dylan was till I came to California. I didn't even know. He was a very nice, normal, simple person.
Yeah.
He taught me how to play chess. And, I went to New York a year ago. And went into Greenwich Village and accidentally went to a restaurant for lunch. And I'm telling my son, Raheem, that's the front door to the apartment I grew up in. And it was. I said, that means Washington Square Park is straight this way. Went up this way. On the right was Washington Square Park. And the tables had a chase thing painted on it. It's still there. They're updated the paint and all that. And all the women were with their kids in the strollers. They're having like 8, 9, 10 women with their kids playing around. People are playing chess. I went down the street, the record store where I used to buy 45 and 78 size record for my record player in 72 is still there selling records last year. That's 40, 50 years later.
Yeah, they're more popular today, probably.
Yeah, because
or as popular as they were then.
Yes, because some people have their antique record player.
Exactly. Vinyl is kind of coming back.
Yes, it was kind of nice to see all that, and then seeing the big buildings. I've never seen.
What kind of thoughts went through your mind when you're rehashing that time? I mean, you're going through the same streets, and all of a sudden it's a different decade. It must have been weird.
Let me put it this way: I lived in New York. I could not afford to shop. I never went to any Broadway shows. I didn't have the money. It was a struggle. I delivered newspapers.
But you did go to the Green Door.
Yeah, the Green Door. That's another thing. I think we talked about it.
We talked about it, yeah.
Yes. And it was very scary. That's where I saw my first James Bond movie. Living Daylights. I still remember the name. And I fell in love with the whole James Bond series and all that. That's what got me in trouble at the Behind the Green Door. Sounded like a James Bond movie.
There was another experience you told me one time about you had to stay in a hotel or something.
Yes. It was,
and it was a bad experience because
when I was in New York, I stayed with my uncle, and he was a very nice man. Him and my dad's other brother, the brother that was murdered in Africa, he was there, and my cousin. And I didn't see the value of school because delivering newspaper, working at odd jobs.
What school did you go to? Do you
I
remember?
went to Charles Evans Hughes High School.
Okay.
It was a really good school.
Yeah. He's a former Supreme Court justice.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
I heard that you told me the school is closed now, the high school.
Yeah, I think I read that on the internet.
Yeah. That was a Supreme Court?
Yes. Charles Hughes.
Yeah. So I went there, like 20, 30% Puerto Ricans, 30, 40% African Americans, and 10% white and 10, 15% all different nationality. And I really enjoyed the school. It was a really good school. A lot of funny moments happened to me in the school. First of all, seeing 10, 15% white people, I thought I was in a white school. So I would talk to black kids normally, hey, how you doing? And they looked at me like, what's wrong with you? He's not scared of us. And I talked to white kids normally, and they said, they were scared of me because I talked to the black kids so normally, Anyways, I remember a week there, and the guy asked me if I play football. I said, yes. Are you good? I'm the best. He goes, you're so skinny. You won't be able to hold the ball. I said, no, I'm a very good football player. So they take me, for an interview, whatever. They asked me all those little tricks, and I told them how it's played and all that. And then they put me in that uniform. I said, what is this for? We don't wear this in Africa. And they were talking about American football. I said, why?
Soccer.
How weak are you guys? You have to wear all these things to play football?
Yeah.
I was talking about, of course, soccer.
Yeah.
And they were talking about football.
Right.
So that was kind of a funny event.
Yeah.
And then when I went to the classroom, first of all, I had a big problem, and I think American schools should all change that. In Africa, we had uniforms.
Yeah.
So when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to think.
Yeah.
You can only wear one shirt and one shorts and one pair of shoes and your socks. That's it.
Right.
Right?
Plus, kids don't get jealous of
No,
one
they don't get
another's-
jealous. You don't outdo anything. And it's easy. You know how stressful it is for a girl student to get ready every morning wearing different clothes?
Yep.
And my God, and sometimes they show up like it's a daytime nightclub.
Yep.
Makeup and this. Over there, you're not allowed makeup. Your skirt has to be 6 inches below your knees.
Yep.
Your shorts, your shirts. They even make us take our sneakers off to make sure your white socks are not dirty or you're sent home. They were very strict. Not one mark in front of your uniform or back of your uniform. That's to be totally clean.